Happy Tuesday, friends. It is Melissa with Junk and Craft Treasures on the Junk and Craft Treasures page and the Decoupage Central page tonight. We are cross-posted on both pages. So as you are coming on, let us know you're here. If you're watching this, you're most likely on the replay. So hashtag replay. Let us know where you're watching from and let us know if you've used Decoupage Central for any of their fabulous papers, molds, transfers, all those things, guys. I'm going to do a couple different projects tonight. We're going to work on a decoupage project. We're going to work on some paint inlays. So just let me know when y'all come on and how y'all are doing tonight. And I'm going to scoot the camera back just a little bit, make sure that I am cross-posted where I need to be, and then we will get started. Okay, guys? So I hope everybody's had a wonderful Tuesday and a good start to the week. It's a short work week for me. We have Friday off for 4th of July. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I will be off. Let's get this pulled up real quick, y'all, because I'm not finding what I need to. Hey, Deb. Hey, Nikki. How are you tonight? All right, guys. Let me get pulled up over here, and then we will get started. So I hope everybody's having a good week. Hello, Sandra. How are you? I am so glad you're here. So glad to see everybody. Y'all know I love to come on and chat and create with y'all and have a good time. So let me just get pulled up. I'm almost there, y'all. Almost there. All right, we are there. Hey, Susan. Hey, Luann. All right, guys, I can see the comments. We are good to go. All right, so what we're going to work on tonight, y'all, I can't tell you, right before the live, I wanted to cry. I was working on a series of reels to post for the rest of the week with decoupage projects. And I don't know why, but when I was recording, my camera kept kicking me off, even though I had my Do Not Disturb on, and none of them filmed. So I was like, oh my goodness. When you're a creator and your content doesn't film, it is horrible. So I'm gonna have to go back and redo all those projects, guys. So I do have some really cool decoupage projects coming up with how-tos for you guys, but I couldn't save them. I don't know what happened. So I'm gonna have to watch, because you know you film from up above, so I've got to kind of stand up, make sure it's still filming. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Terry and Wendy. So what we're going to do, I had done this one cute little project. I was going to do front and back, and that's when I figured out that it was not recording. So on my one project, so I am going to do the back side of this and finish it out on the live. So this side is going to have Halloween, obviously, and then this side will have Christmas, which today is the first day of July and Christmas. It's July 1st. Who can believe that it is July already, guys? Already. So we're going to do Christmas on this side, and we're going to use some of these. I don't know which ones I'm going to use yet, and I know I'm backwards, guys. So we've got all of these fun gingerbread wreaths, sleighs. I know I'm going to use the gingerbread of this one right down here because I decorate with gingerbread all the time. So we're going to use this right here, and then maybe something from this one. I don't know yet, y'all. I don't know. Or one from this set right here. And y'all, this is the one that I used out of this pack. Does this look familiar for the Halloween? Hello, Tracy. Does it look familiar? So it's the little four corners of this. So you actually can get 4 projects out of this, y'all. Hey, Tracy. How are you, my friend? And then we're going to work with paint inlays tonight, guys. These are some that I haven't used yet. And we're going to do the back side of the cutting board that we did at the IOD launch, y'all. So this was the front side of it. We used some transfers. And I'm going to use some paint inlays on the back. So we're going to get started, guys. Gonna get started. I know you're excited to do Christmas. I know I'm excited to do the double side Halloween and Christmas, y'all. That's my thing. I love Halloween and Christmas and doing double-sided for sure. Because we get a lot of custom orders this time of year too. So I love it. Oh, y'all, so I did this cute project with this bird for an ornament down here. I'm telling y'all before the live, so I don't know if today is going to be a scary live or a funny live, but before the live, I did a project with this. When I got finished with it, I spilled my paint all over it. So y'all, I'm telling you, I have had a night tonight. It was not meant to be a filming night, and I normally don't film on Tuesday nights for reels. And I was like, I'm gonna knock that out so I don't have to work this weekend. Yeah, it didn't work that way. Hey, Brenda. So we're gonna get this prepped and ready for this side. And I am, y'all, I say I'm gonna use the paint inlay. I thought my paint was right here, but that is my wax. Let me, I do know I have my other white paint, but I like this one better. So I'm going to find it real quick. Let me look. Y'all, it doesn't matter how prepared you are for a live. There's always something that you cannot find. So it's not behind my computer. Let's see. We may have an avalanche in a minute. It's not there. That's my wax. Y'all, we may not do a paint inlay if I can't find... I have my Bonding Boss. I'm almost out of white. Make sure that's Bonding Boss. That's Bonding Boss. Here it is. I found it. We're good. You can't wait to start Christmas. Hey, Tracy, how are y'all? Y'all, I have a couple videos that are kind of going crazy right now, so I wasn't sure how my live would do tonight. So if y'all don't mind sprinkling, commenting, giving some hearts, all those things to kind of bump that up as well. Sometimes when you have one thing that's really, really active, other things just kind of shut down. And that's how I feel with this live tonight. The whole day has been horrible. Girl, you are not lying. Work today was crazy. It was like one thing after another. And it's funny because my coworker yesterday had that day and I got to watch her have that day, and today I had that day. So we're going to use some Dixie Belle chalk mineral paint in fluff, and I'm just going to go ahead and get my first coat down, and then we will come back and do our second coat, and then we'll move on to our other projects. You love the bird. You looked at it yesterday and forgot to order it. I'm going to have to reorder it now because I messed up one of the ones that I really, really wanted, y'all. It happens. It does happen, but like I said, I was having one of those days. Hey, Jennifer. Thank you for sprinkling, Jamie. I appreciate it. So when I do my transfers now, I have switched to the Dixie Belle for the chalk paint. I don't know what is different in their chalk paint versus my Fusion mineral paint, but I like the way and the ease of it with this particular paint. So that is what I have started using. I'm going to get some other colors in it. Actually, I'm going to say, I know I got one in, but I don't know where I put it. And start using some other colors on the paint inlays, but I really like the way they turn out with this type of paint. You're filling in for a coworker this week and it's been busy. You had a headache by the time you left. Girl, I feel you. I feel you. I ended up having to stay late today, and we were working on some IT stuff at work. But yeah, it's definitely summertime. Definitely summertime. And for y'all that say, why is she saying it's summertime? I do work at an air conditioning company. So it's hot. It's hot in Texas right now. So we are busy. We've been having some problems with our emails and stuff. So it was a busy day. All right, guys. So I've got my first coat of paint on here. I'm going to dry this real quick. And then we're going to figure out our layout for our paint inlay. And then I'm going to kind of walk away from the paint inlay, do the other projects, and come back. I'm wondering if that's it, Chris. I don't know, but I am having better luck with the Dixie Belle. So I don't know. But I was using Fusion and it was kind of a hit or miss. And now that I'm doing it with the Dixie Belle, but like I told y'all, I've had a night tonight, so who knows. But now that I've been using the Dixie Belle, it's working a little bit better. Like every time it comes out amazing. It's not that hit or miss. So I think, to me, when you use the paint inlays, I think your paint is a huge, the paint, waiting for it to cure or to, get into the paint with the paint inlay and taking your time and stuff is also very important, but I really think the paint has something to do with it too. Hey, Glenda and Marilyn, how are y'all? At least I know with y'all that the live button is working. Oh, I hate that, Tracy. We just had ours replaced. Yes, we do have them on the website. They are going to be up there for a while, Susan, so you are good. You are good, my friend. All right, what I'm thinking on this one is bringing this one up the side. One of the long ones, which you could use it horizontally or vertically, but I kind of want to use it horizontally as a focal on that side. So we're going to put this on the side. And then I was thinking, you are good. How are you, Kay? We cut them. We cut them. I say we, Terry. I don't cut them. I cut laser stuff, but I do not cut the other wood. He doesn't want me near the saw, y'all. I feel like I'm losing my voice. Can y'all hear that? I was at work today and it sounded a little scratchy. I don't know what that's about. Okay. And then maybe like one right here. Maybe we can get 3. I don't know. Let's see what we can get up there. Let's see. Maybe we'll just do 2. Maybe we'll just do 2, y'all. When you use inlays, do you have to dry it completely before using again? Absolutely. Yes, you do. I normally get 2 to 3 uses. Some people say they get 4 to 5. 2 to 3 is my max. Excuse me, guys. Hey, Karen. Hello, Cassie. Oh, I might be having a little sinus issues. Oh, you know what? My coworker was telling me we have Saharan dust here, so maybe it's finally hitting me on that. Maybe that's what it is, because I was outside a little bit today. Okay, so we've got our first coat down. I'm going to do these in steps. So I'm going to grab some more chalk paint. Actually, let me go ahead and paint the top of this real quick, because we're not going to go all the way up there with our inlays. Oh, my voice. And then bring this down here. Get the side. I don't know how I missed the side, but that's a good thing. And I can kind of see that it's not completely wet right there. Then I'm going to take my spray bottle. Hello, Barb. And spray my inlays. I have started doing this, and this helps too. So I spray the paint side and then lay them down into my paint. Bring this close to the bottom as possible. There we go. All right. And remember, your image is always going to be backwards because you're laying the paint side down into your paint. I don't have my brayer, y'all. I've been using a brayer, but I think we'll be okay. We'll just do this. Don't move it. I just moved it right there. Never done that before. I told y'all, it's one of those days. Brayer. I don't see my brayer. Hey, Francis. How are you? All right. I'm just going to really make sure I got that down because I don't have my brayer. So I'm kind of just putting some pressure on that piece, and then I'm just going to spray it one more time and just really make sure we're good. And I'm going to paint my arm with my paintbrush. Ay, ay, ay. Y'all, you may want to just watch to see what's going to happen tonight. Hey Karen, it is a paint inlay. So Jonelle has different paint inlays, different price points. Over on Decoupage Central, !DC, and then you type in IOD and it'll pull up the paint inlays. And y'all, let's go ahead and do this one right here. So y'all see why I painted down a little bit, because we were going to come back and add more paint right here. Just add that right there. Be careful when you have more than one sheet like I'm doing, that your image doesn't lay down in your other sheet. Okay, you're good, Nikki. You're good. Deb, I got y'all. Okay, and we'll just dab, dab, dab. I did this the other night. I was working on something. I'm like, dab, dab, dab. So that's my new saying, y'all. Dab, dab, dab. I guess every now and then you can have a new little thing, right? It used to be people called me Chippy all the time. So now we can do dab, dab, dab. All right, and then we're gonna apply this one, and we are gonna cut a little bit of that off. Make sure I get it going the right way, which actually it could go anyway on this one. This one kind of had the stem coming down, but this one I don't think it matters. Try not to fling the paint. So if this would have been a continuous design, guys, I would not have had to break it up. But the way that I am applying it, it's not continuous, so I had to do it in sections. So I'm just wetting the paint side, and we're going to lay that down. Just going to kind of press it in there. Hey, Kimberly. In the bottle is water. It is not distilled. It's not any special water. It is just tap water. Making sure I've got that all down. And then I'm just gonna go over it just a little bit, just in case I missed any spots, and dab again. How many of y'all that are on YouTube? I'm just curious. Throw up some hearts if y'all are on YouTube. I'm thinking about doing a live there starting this month once a week over on YouTube. I'm just curious how many of y'all are on YouTube. Okay, so we want to let this dry now. That's going to be really pretty, y'all. We're going to let it dry. I'm going to work on my other project and come back to this. I'm going to kind of let it dry a little bit naturally tonight. Normally we speed it up, but I'm going to let it dry naturally. Oh, no, you're good, girl. You are good. Okay. So, as I showed you, we've already done this side because this was a reel that I didn't get to record. The pack that these are from the release of the summer release. Okay, so I'm seeing some people are on YouTube. You've been to YouTube and you don't like it. Have you been on the lives on YouTube, Nikki, or just watching the replays? I'm just curious. I'm going to go ahead and paint the edges, guys, because we are going to make this into a cute little shelf sitter. You're on YouTube. Yeah, I'm just curious, guys, because like I said, I want to start maybe once every 2 weeks. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about maybe doing some of the Sunday lives over there. I'm trying to figure it out. And we may do a test run, and I may not like it, and then we may not do any more over there. You have subscribed, yes. And right now, all we're putting over there is we're transferring the videos from here to there. But I was thinking about like actually doing a live video over there instead of all the pre-recordings. Sorry, y'all. Hey, girl. You just placed your first Decoupage Central order. Y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm still having problems with my jaw. If you're interested in any of the papers or inlays, do !DC, and it will take you over to the Decoupage Central page, where there's the rice papers, molds, inlays, transfers, all kinds of things. It's not for you, Gina? but never alive. I know, y'all. I kind of want to try it, but then I'm kind of like, I don't know. I got to think about it. But if I announce it on Facebook and y'all are free, would y'all watch a YouTube over there? Hey, Raquel. Yeah, I know Terry watches YouTube all the time in, you know, like the rerun part, or what do you want to call it, pre-recorded part. But I'm just trying to figure it out. Of course, I'll still do all my lives over here too, y'all. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do it, or if I even want to change anything. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, awesome, Sandra. I'm excited. This particular print is from Degaposh Central, this one right here. And it is in a 4-pack of the Halloween. I don't remember what that specific one. It has the, I'll show it here in just a second. I showed it right at the beginning. Give me a second and I'll go back and show you what the paper looks like and the number on it. I think I still have the number on it. I may have, when I did my live, I may have turned it off. But I'll link it for you. You've been thinking about doing a live, but you haven't pulled the trigger. Are you thinking about doing it on Facebook or over on YouTube, JD? I'm just getting the sides dry so I can paint the back and not get stuff all over me. Oh, thank you, Chris. Stream on, oh yeah, I'm still going to do both. Yeah, I still will. Oh, stream on both at the same time. Girl, I don't know if I can handle all that by myself. Ghost. Sorry, y'all, got sidetracked. Where did I put my ghost? They can't go too far. They really can't go too far because they were just right here. Here we go. So it was in this pack right here. This 4 set. So they had all of this, and then the ghost was right down here in this pack. And I don't have the number on it, but I do know that she still has some in stock under the Christmas. We're fixing to do, that's what we're fixing to do. Fixin'. Can y'all tell that I'm from the South on Fixin'? So this is going to be reversible. So we've got Halloween on the side and we're doing Christmas on the other side, y'all. So this time of year, I'm kind of in between where I'm working a little bit on everything. So we're going to make this double-sided. So y'all have to tell me, because here are my dilemmas. Do I want to do the Christmas truck, or do I want to do the gingerbread? I'll cut them out and y'all tell me what y'all think. So do the truck or gingerbread, and we'll see. We'll see, because I'm going to make another one as well, because I got another reel to make since the other one didn't turn out, y'all. Gotta love it. I love these sets that have 4 because you can do so many things with the set of 4s. Gingerbread, truck. Gingerbread, please. Well, we've got another gingerbread that we are definitely doing, so I might do the other gingerbread. Gingerbread truck, of course, you'll know I like my trucks. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna, I see more people saying gingerbread, but watch y'all come back at the end and be more trucks. Now see, I'm seeing trucks now. Trucks. Okay, we'll do trucks. We'll do trucks because we're doing gingerbread on the other one. How's that? That'll work. That makes sense. So let's do this. And then I've got another piece of chunky wood. It is just, I don't want to say it's horrible wood, but it's chunky wood. This is going to have a little bit of character when I lay it down, because it's going to have kind of some, not necessarily wrinkles, but kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? A rustic look to it, kind of like, so this one had some holes in it. So y'all, I went ahead and punched the holes. So like it has a hole right here, a hole right here, and there was another hole right here. So I just punched those to give it that look. So let's get both of these. I was like, what am I doing? I'll go ahead and do this side so it's not an absolute. Is that the size that you would use with the cloches? Some of the designs would fit on them, but I'm trying to think. I will get them out and I'll look for sure. I think they might be a little bit bigger, but I know that Jonelle does have some papers that go on the cloches. So I'll look through and see which ones those are and let you know. You love chunky wood? Yes, I love chunky wood texture. Thank you, Deborah. That is the word I was looking for. Texture. Oh my goodness, y'all. My words tonight are definitely y'all and dab, dab, dab. Those are my words tonight. Those are the ones I keep repeating. Okay, so we got one coat of white paint. All I'm doing is putting the white paint on so my decoupage paper will show through really nice and pretty with that white background. If we use the brown background, it's gonna be more muted and the design's not gonna be as bright. So for this instance, we need to give it a coat of white paint first. I do too, and actually this kind is not real expensive right now. We get it in the 8 foot. Is it 8 foot? 8 foot. You may even get it in 12 foot and cut it down, but they make really good shelf sitters. I'm not gonna paint the sides of this one, but y'all can see the little one, and then I'll decide what I'm going to put on the other one, because we have the other truck that would fit on the opposite side of this, so we may do that on that side. Now you want to go craft? Yes, ma'am. I love that. Fixing dinner while watching. Y'all are going to laugh. I had a mini pizza and I put it in my air fryer. It said in the oven for 25 minutes, and I'm like, ugh. And I really didn't want to do microwave, so I put it in the air fryer on bake for like 7 minutes, and it's perfect. I'm obsessed with my air fryer, y'all. Hey, Kippy, how are you? I'm just using chalk paint tonight. I normally use Fusion Mineral, but I'm almost out of my white, so I'm kind of saving my white Fusion Mineral. But I already had my brush out with this white and all of that, so we're just sticking with the same thing. Gloria, you're so funny. Deborah had said something too. There were two. I saw Deborah too, so you're so funny. I just love you. It did work. It did work, Maggie. It kind of got like the edges a little bit crispy, but I kind of like that on my pizza. I don't know, I'm weird. I'm feeling better, y'all. I can open my jaw further, which is a good thing. So I'm thinking maybe another week and a half, it should be good. So, hey Mary. So not to like, but they say you should be able to get 3 fingers in your mouth. When all of my jaw stuff started happening, I couldn't even get a half a finger like open. So I'm at 2 now. So I'm getting it to where it's stretching out. So that is good. So that muscle is finally relaxing and doing what it needs to work right. So we are getting there slowly but surely. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And I've had probably 5 root canals in my lifetime, and this is the one that just decided to keep on giving back. All right, now we said we were gonna do the truck. So it's got this cute little border, so I don't want to fray it. I'm just gonna cut it right with this border on this one. Sometimes I do fray it, but I like the candy cane stripe. So I am just gonna cut it tonight. I'm gonna put on my glasses so I can see. Yes, I had a root canal, and then I had a reaction to the pain medication and some other things, and with my gut, Gloria, but somehow I had to stop my pain medication, and my jaw, when we were doing the procedure, we had to do some extra shots because I could feel it even though we had the shots, and something happened with that muscle, and I haven't been able to open my mouth, but I can chew my food now. It doesn't hurt to chew my food. So we are definitely improving. My endodontist says he's done about 30,000 root canals, and it's maybe happened to about 50 people. So, you know, I am that blessed individual that if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I am that person. But we just keep on keeping on, right, guys? All right, that's going to look super cute. Somebody's going to ask me what size. See, it kind of rolls on me. Somebody is going to ask me what size this is. It is a 4 by 5.5. 4 by 5.5. But yeah, we've got everything else is working like it's supposed to. My digestion system is working now. Hey, Louisa. Is it Louise or Louisa? Did I say that wrong? So that's all working. So we are getting right back to where we were. Thank goodness. It's been a long month, that's for sure. All right, guys, I'm going to use this one down here, this cute gingerbread paper. And I like the Kringles, too, at the Lollipop Factory. That would be really cute there. I think this is going to fit almost perfectly on there. So I'm just going to cut this one, too, y'all. I cut last week when I was working on them, too. I know. If it's not one thing, it's another, but it could be worse, so we're good. I'm just glad I'm feeling better. I just wish I knew why my voice was going in and out tonight. I should have my glasses on for that. I was right at the end, y'all, and I like totally went into that line. It does happen, yeah. I'm just, because I am improving, Susan, he had told me it might be a temporary or a permanent thing, that it does sometimes permanently just lock up. But I think with the progress that we're making, it's going to be fine. It's just taking it a while because I couldn't take, you know, we wanted to do the muscle relaxers and stuff, but I couldn't do that because of everything else that was going on with my GI system. So kind of had to halt, and that kind of threw everything behind a little bit. Oh, y'all, these are going to be so cute, and I'm going to show y'all. I have not, because I've never had that problem before. Hey, Sherry, how are you? Okay, guys, so we are going to apply some Mod Podge. Just regular old Mod Podge. I'm using dishwasher safe Mod Podge, but it honestly doesn't matter which one you use. And we're going to use the wet method. We're not going to, I was looking to see if I had a chip brush. I say we're going to do that. We may have to switch gears. No, here it is. I was like, I know I had it earlier. You have lots of chunky wood. Awesome. Yes, I hope this gives you some ideas if you have access to someone who can cut it for you. And y'all, I know this is going to sound really strange, but we used to have a guy that lived near us. He was in his probably late 70s maybe, and he would actually cut wood for the ladies that didn't have access to cutting them. So there may be somebody in your area that would actually cut things like this for you. I don't know, but we did have somebody here that did that. Okay, so y'all are seeing me go both directions with my Mod Podge. The reason for that is because, like I told you, it is textured and it's got bumps and ridges and all those things. So I'm actually gonna do the bottom, and then I am gonna come, because it's a small piece, and we are gonna apply our Mod Podge on the back of this as well. I wanna make sure that everything adheres with that texture. Now, if it was a larger piece, I probably would just work in sections, but this one's kind of small, so it's not going to be too hard to pick up and maneuver. I say that, y'all, but I've been having one of those days, so who knows. Might Mod Podge it to my surface there. Okay. And then I'm just gonna lay this down. And then I'm gonna take my chip brush, and this is the reason I got the chip brush, because I did do both sides. It's gonna be tacky, and I don't wanna get my fingers in it, but I wanna be able to lay all of my decoupage paper down. Now, some people will go and they will go back and forth. I do the dab, 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 like we were talking about a minute ago, because sometimes if you get too much Mod Podge on there, it's gonna be wet through the top. And if you take that Mod Podge and you scrape it, some of that rice paper may cut off. So, you know, come off of your piece. So we don't wanna mess up our pretty rice paper. So I'm just making sure that it is adhered everywhere, and then we will let this dry. But isn't that cute, y'all? Just on the chunky piece of wood. And then we're gonna do something fun with the top of it too. Let me get this extra Mod Podge off the top. And we'll just move it over here to this one. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing, because we've got texture right here, so I don't wanna accidentally not get enough Mod Podge there. Yes, plastic baggies are also, they work perfectly. But you just don't want to necessarily get your fingers, because you'll have that glue on your fingers. It'll pull on the paper. So I try to personally stay away from smoothing it down with my fingers. But y'all know me, I'm a messy crafter, so I get stuff everywhere. And now when you do the back side, like I have this paper down, and I noticed just a minute ago, because I did put a little bit too much on there, that it tried to stick to my paper. So don't let that happen. I honestly never thought about it, because I normally work on my contact paper versus my cardboard paper. So see how we've got that little ring? Just be careful with that. And then we'll lay this one. This is what I love about rice paper, is if you don't get it just perfect on your surface, you can pick it up and put it back down. All right. And then I'm gonna dab, dab, dab. Y'all, I think every live we need to have a little song for a dab, dab, dab. We need to come up with a song, because that has been my thing like the last 3 lives, is to dab, dab, dab. Oh, thank you. I think that's we're gonna have to make that happen, y'all. Have to do a dab, dab, dab series. Hello, Linda, how are you? Okay, guys, so we have this on this side, and then I did fray the edges on this side for our ghost. Now, I'm gonna let this side dry, because remember we put it on the bottom, so it is kind of tacky on the top. We're gonna let that dry, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put one of these little crystal knobs on top. If you have seen my lives before, I love to add just this little detail. So let's do a little dab, dab, dab will do you. That's right, Gloria. So I'm going to use Stick Fast. I am not a huge fan of hot glue, especially if I'm going to sell my projects. So like this would be, Stick Fast is more for wood, so it's going to take it a little bit longer. Dab, dab, dab. I love it, Eva. I know, right? So I'm going to go ahead and adhere it on here, kind of stick it to the side, but this is going to be super cute. We're going to go to our paint inlay while this dries, and trying to figure out if I wanted to put it on the wood. Let's just put it on the wood in the middle. Don't get it on your fingers. What did I do the other day? I need to hold it for just a minute. What did I do the other day that I got? Oh, what was it? Was it resin? Gosh, it was something, y'all. And at my hands, I could barely move them. And you know, Gloria, some of them do, but I've had some ladies that say that theirs won't. I think it depends on the employees. Hey, Donna. So I'm just kind of letting this just hit here a little bit, and then like I said, I'm gonna let it sit because it's gotta dry, and it will dry. So we have our cute little piece. Y'all see that? It just has like a little something to it, just so it doesn't look like it's a piece of wood with nothing on it. Hey, Mary Ann, asking for prayers. Yes, ma'am. Prayers for Gino, for sure. I'll read the bottom. I can only see some of it, but absolutely. Prayers going up, my friend. Okay, so we got that. Let's go back to our paint inlays real quick, guys, and then we will be finishing up here. So let me move this out of the way. Trying to remember what I got. I like literally stuck my fingers together. I can't remember what it was though. All right, so there's our gingerbread. I'm just gonna move, where do I want to put this? Let's put it right here for right this second. Move that right there. And so this was our project with our paint inlays. We can tell that they have started to dry. They're still a little bit damp, so I'm gonna give them just a little heat love there. I love those knobs. I get them on Amazon. I want to say they're $7.99 for 10 of them. I love adding them to my pieces. So if y'all have seen me do stuff before, y'all know that I use them a lot. I think I'm down to 2, so I do need to get some more. I use them all the time. Alright guys, so we've got that dry. I know somebody's going to say, I can't believe you're fixing to wet that after you dried it, but that is the process of paint inlay. So you're going to do paint, or you're going to do your paint, then you're going to do your second coat while it's wet, lay the paint inlaid side down that has the paint on it, and then you're going to work it into your paint with either a brayer or some type of pressure, and then walk away and let it dry, and then we're going to re-wet it and peel it off. Okay guys, there's not going to be any dabbing on this one. Well, actually there will be, because I'll have to dab it before I pull it off. Okay, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I need to do this real quick, y'all, because I see a disaster fixing to happen. Hang on, got my water brushes down there, but I have Mod Podge all over my scissors. If I don't get that Mod Podge off right now, I am going to not be able to open my scissors at some point. The knobs, oh goodness, girl, I don't know. I will give you a link because I am not 100% sure. Okay guys, so we've got that. Now, they're dry. We're gonna wet them and we're gonna peel them back, y'all. Are y'all ready for the magic? I'm gonna do, excuse me, I'm gonna do this side first. Okay, so we've reactivated the wetness there. This is where I dab in case I have too much water. That way I don't get it on my other ones as well. I probably should have removed this one first because it's got a little bit over there. So let's do that. Let's do this one. All right, guys. And what this is going to do is it's going to get wet. It's going to release the I don't want transfer paper that has the paint inlay on it. I'm trying to figure out, y'all. I'm just going to put that right there. Okay, so we're going to pull. When you pull, if you have, like right here, I have a little bit of resistance. If there is a lot of resistance there, you need to make sure that you re-wet it so you don't have that resistance. I've got a little bit, so I'm just going to really get that wet. And I need to be patient. That's what I need to do. Be patient. It will pull off, y'all. Yay. I'm so glad to hear that. So what I'll do with this when when it's dry and all those things, I will spray it with Rust-Oleum Matte 2 times. and then I will come through. See how easily it comes off? So that's what you want. You want it to peel. Y'all, can y'all see how pretty that is? You just want it to peel very easily. Y'all see that? Give me some hearts if y'all can see that. So pretty, y'all. Look how vibrant that is, y'all. Oh, look at that. So vibrant. That turned out so pretty. Now, one thing I will tell y'all, if you don't have it wet enough, sometimes you may get like a little paper edge around your edges, and that does happen from time to time. You can kind of just take some water and get them off, or you can use some paint and kind of rub it in together. You sure can, Maggie. You sure can. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because I don't want to get that one wet when I do this part, I'm just going to lay this down over it. You want to make sure it's dry when you do that. So I'm just going to hold it right here, and we're going to re-wet this one. But notice I put something there so I didn't get it wet, okay? Okay, you want it to release easily. See, that one released a little bit easier at the top. And then we're gonna peel. Y'all, can y'all see that? Can y'all see the magic on the camera? Now do y'all know why I love the Dixie Belle with these? I feel like it just comes out so vibrant, especially spraying them before I put them down. Give me some hearts if y'all can see that. How awesome. All right, guys, so we will lay this. So let me show you. So see, it's not as vibrant as it was when we first started out with our paint inlays. I've got this little piece. So see like how bright they are, and then after the first use, they kind of dull down a little bit. So when you do your second project, if you had whatever color of paint you used, it can come off on your project because this is your transfer sheet with the paint. So let's say you had like a blue surface and we used white for this one. We may have some white flakes that come off with our paint because we're gonna get it wet and put it into the paint. And so like on this one, we definitely have some white paint. You can kind of see that at the edges that stayed on here. So our next project will have white. So if we don't have white surface, we'll definitely have that white on there. So then we'll just lay this with the paint side up and let it dry. Don't want to do paint side down, but we'll do paint side up and let it dry. So here's where we are so far. Y'all, those are really vibrant tonight. Now remember, we did do this at the beginning and let it kind of dry naturally, so that may have something to do with it too, because we didn't rush the process. Now, as they dry, they may become a little bit less vibrant than they are right now, because they still may be a little bit wet, and it's paint. You know, paint is brighter when it's wet. So it may dull down just a little bit. All right, so then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this, actually I'm gonna use two, just like that, so I can wet this one and not mess it up. So is it better? I personally like the Dixie Belle. I was talking to Janelle about it the other day. I like the Dixie Belle with the paint inlays. That is just what I have come to like. I think it works better than the Fusion. Have I tried other chalk paints? I have not. So I can't. Okay, so here's the example. See, that is like really hard to pull. So if we pulled that right now, we're gonna pull paper that has stuck to our project. So I'm just gonna do this, and up around the top, I'm just gonna re-wet it, let it sit for a second, and then it will easily come back. So we're just gonna let it soak for just a second. Y'all know I gotta do my dab, dab, dab here. I don't want too much water there. And see, now there's no resistance and it just peels right up. One more time since we're on the last one, y'all. Watch the magic. It reminds me of a kaleidoscope when I'm looking in the live. Got a little bit of resistance right here, so I'm just gonna lay that down. Get that bottom, let it get wet. Because like I said, we don't wanna pull. And now, see how easily that came off? And we'll lay it down like that. How beautiful is that, guys? What do y'all think? Very vibrant. And then we can put like a piece of twine up here. I don't have it with me, do I? I do. Just put like a little twine up there just to kind of break some of the white. And then I'll spray it with Rust-Oleum 2 times matte. Because we can do that because it can go on both sides. We'll be fine. We're not gluing anything. Y'all, I'm almost out of my twine. So I'm just gonna wrap it around a couple times. And the other sides are transfers the Decoupage Central had from the summer release as well, guys. We did that on the first night. My twine's not going to be perfect, but y'all get the idea. Actually, it's not too bad. It's not perfect either, but want a bow? I don't know if I want a bow. We'll see. We'll see when we get the bow there. We will see. Y'all, I can't see. I need to put my glasses on. Stand by. Cannot see up close, y'all. It is a thing. I don't think I want the bow. I just think I want the knot. I'm in like deep concentration now, y'all. Okay, so we could do that and then put a button here, put something on this side. We don't have to use the twine. It was just an example. But y'all, how pretty. You're blind without your glasses. I understand, Maggie. I get it. So these are paint inlays that we did that I think turned out absolutely gorgeous. They're still very vibrant. They kind of dried down just a little bit, so that's probably the color that's gonna remain right there. And then, yeah, our knob is adhered now. So on this side for Christmas in July, we have our our Christmas tree farm. And then on this side, we have our reversible little ghost with our little knob right here. And then we will come back at some point and do the back of this. We have our little gingerbread part right here of rice paper. All of this is available at Decoupage Central, guys. All except the wood and the knobs. So those will go together. We could even stack it if we wanted to, like this. We could put another piece right here, make a little, that's probably what I'll do in all honesty. Make like a little stack there. So, how many uses can you get out of one inlay? That is a great question. So they are 16 by 12s. So, and I think there's 8 sheets in each paint inlay. So depending on the size of your project. So I don't know if you can see this cabinet back here or the shelf. We did paint inlays on the inside of the shelf. So that was a pretty big project compared to a cutting board. So I didn't get as much use out of that because we used it multiple times to get each shelf, and we did the shelf parts too. But that was only 2 pieces of the transfer or the paint inlay. So, I mean, it really depends on your So just to show you, like one sheet of these, which are paint inlays, this is one of the paint inlays. You know, you could make, let's say we have this little cutting board and we want to do this design on each cutting board. You could technically get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 projects out of that one sheet if you like to do like batches of things. So you could get about 7 projects of this, like just this size. That's not counting doing a round on each one of them or putting them in on cloches or anything like that. This is using this size wood, which is a 6x3, and then you can use them 2 to 3 times. So then this one sheet would be 21 times. Is that right? 3 times 7. Is that right? 21, 3 times 7. Y'all, I just lost my math. Is that right? So you have the potential to have 21 projects with one sheet if it was that size. Now, if you do like this size, you could probably get 2 to 3, and then that would be times 3, so 18. So it just depends on the size of your projects and what you're using them for. But like I said, there's normally 6 to 8 of these sheets in each, and they're all different. So like it's got this sheet that has the flowers. We've got like this sheet right here. So that would be a pretty like pattern background for something. And then you got the flowers. Let's see if I got those over here. I don't have the flowers over here. Or do I? No, I don't. So you've got a lot of projects. So I know sometimes people say the cost. They're like, oh, but she does have some that are $27. Oh wait, y'all, they went up in price. So they might be like 30 or 31. But you got to remember, you get multiple projects. So you got 5 to 6 pages, 8 on some of them, depending on what they are. And then you've got your multiples. So if you wanted to use 1 flower on every project, yes, they will get lighter every use. And depending on, I was looking for one that I didn't use. Is that one? Well, I've used that one on another project. But this would be like that's the one we used today. So if we did, do y'all want me to do another project real quick? Because this one's dry, just to see. Do y'all want me to do that? I don't mind doing it. It won't take that long. Let's do it real quick. Let's do it. I have another piece of wood. I like my chunky wood, y'all. I told y'all that. So this one's still wet, but this one's dry. That's the first one that we took off. So let's do it real quick, and I can show you the difference. You can, Kippy. You can do them. I don't know if she's on here right now, but Donna, she does shoes and all kinds of things with hers. So, okay, we got a little piece of wood. So we're going to do our first coat real quick. I'm going to get this dry. Y'all know me, at the end of my live, sometimes I do speed crafting. That's what we're fixing to do. So everybody that hopped off thinking I was done, surprise. We are actually, the last 2 lives, I think I've been on for like 40 minutes, so we're going to go on for like an extra 5 today. Surprise! Okay, so what I want to do is I've got, okay, so just to show you, this is the color before the first, and that's the second. Can y'all see the difference? Give me some hearts if y'all can see the difference there. So this has not been used. This one has been used. Can y'all see the difference? Y'all let me know, because I can tell that that one looks a lot brighter than that one. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Okay, so we've got our first coat. It is dry. So we're going to do the exact same process. We are going to lay down our second coat, and it's gonna be wet. I've got a little piece of wood. I probably should have sanded this first, y'all. So we're gonna lay that down. I'm gonna spritz it again, just like we did. Paint side. And I was like, which direction do I want to put it? It doesn't matter. It's a little piece of wood. It does not matter. All right, we're gonna dab, dab, dab. Y'all get to see me do it. Dab, dab, dab again, y'all. Dab, dab, dab. So I'm just getting it in to that paint. And my paint is wet. Now you can also do this method with your varnishes, which I have done on trays. But if you use a varnish, you normally can't get like a second or third because that varnish is going to take off the paint. It is called Fluff, F-L-U-F-F, as in Frank. Just one more little spritz, and then we will get it dry. Now, the only difference in this one and the one we just did is we kind of let it dry naturally while we did another project, but it should still be okay. Can you see how it got lighter as it dries? Y'all, I know I could tell y'all to keep giving me some hearts, but that's how I know if y'all can see what I'm doing. Oh, you are good, Kippy. Yes, the grid side, you're gonna do the painted side down. So I am spritzing the painted side to make sure that it is wet. So I have, and this is the way that I've learned that works the best for me, to have the wet paint and the wet inlay down on each other when I do it. So that's why I do it like that. Okay, so this is dry. Almost. That one little section. And then we're gonna do the exact same thing. We are gonna spritz it. See how it, you can see the colors again. So like I said, give me some hearts if y'all can see that. The heat, no, I don't think it makes a difference at all, Maggie. I honestly, like, do it, walk away, and come back to it is the best way. But you know, on lives, we speed everything up. I'm doing my dab, 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 so no water goes underneath it, y'all. All right, and then we're gonna pull, actually, I need to spritz a little more. I forgot that I had it there on the corner. The corners are like the hardest to come up. Maybe it's because I don't have nails. Okay. All right, so we want it to, you'll see it. Okay, so see how it's lighter, but it's still pretty, y'all. So we had our, hang on. So this is the first use, and that's the second use, okay? Can y'all see that? The difference there? So then the third use would be even a little bit lighter, and then some people get the fourth, but you can see when you look at that painted side that it's going to be light on your next one. Okay, guys, I hope that answered your questions. I hope it gave you some confidence if you're scared to try the paint inlays. Even if you get, 40 projects and you only use them once and you don't go to the second, you still have a lot of projects. So next, I was going to say I could do it again right now, but it needs to dry first. So we can surely do that. I'll have to make sure that I don't pick up my stuff and actually put it in the right place. That's the only kicker on that one, Jamie, because I will be filming in here for sure. Yes, it is. It's just going to be lighter. And, some people love that vintage look. So that's just what that is. And then remember, this is just one section of the bigger pieces. So, if you had like a larger design, more might be vibrant, some may be less, but it depends on the paint that came up with it and all all the factors on that, but I normally get 2 to 3, and that's as far as mine goes, y'all. All right, that is all I have for y'all tonight. See, we're only at 9:04. Let me pick a winner real quick. I gotta log back in, y'all. I got so sidetracked. So if you want to look at any of the paint inlays, just comment inlay in the live description, and I will drop a link to the inlays. If you want to look at any of the decoupage paper, just do !DC, and that actually goes for the molds and transfers and inlays as well, guys. But if you are interested in looking at the different inlays that she has available, just type inlay, and I'll send you the link that has all the inlays that she has available with all the different price ranges. Okay, let me get over here and pick a winner, y'all. Drum roll. Drum roll. Ooh. Y'all, I'm in a weird mood tonight. Have y'all noticed that? I'm not even on any muscle relaxers right now. Mary Noakes. Mary Noakes, you are tonight's winner. So if you will send me your email with your account to Decoupage Central in a PM, we will get your prize out to you, my friend. So congratulations, guys. Thanks, Mary. I am done. I am done for tonight, y'all. And I will go refilm those reels that I want to show y'all. I cannot believe my camera didn't record, y'all. That's so sad. But it happens. It just meant that I'm supposed to do another project for y'all, right? All right, guys. I will see y'all. I am not going to be live on my page this Sunday just because it is 4th of July weekend, and I'm going to take a 3-day weekend. But I will be back next Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central on the Decoupage Central page and Junk and Craft Treasures. So y'all have a safe and happy 4th of July. I've got some other reels that will be coming this week, so make sure to stay on the page and see all the fun things that will be coming. And yeah, that's all I got, guys. I'll see y'all later. Bye.